What's up everybody, this is Tucker from MACkiteboarding, and today I have a fun how-to tip video here on the FLITElab amp board and jet drive system. So I'm just going to give you a quick basic assembly video here, some tips on your first session to help familiarize yourself and have a successful session without frustrations. It's pretty simple, but knowing a few things can really help you get out to the water quickly and have a lot of fun out there. So what we have here is our board. We already have my foil assembled. It does have the drop slots here, so I didn't need to take out my T-nuts. Slid that in, tightened it down. In terms of track position, I would say take your normal position for that foil and move it back maybe an inch or two. These boards have a lot of forward volume. The thrust has a lot of boost to it that wants to kind of drive the nose up because there's less volume in the tail, and then also the weight and the density of the drive unit and batteries makes the tail a little heavier and wants to sink that tail down. So just sliding it back a little further. Really, these boards are designed to be ridden from the tail of the board, not the middle of the board like you might have on some downwind boards and wing boards. This is more of a surfed craft idea where your back foot is going to be almost all the way to the back. So now that we've got that discussed, we have our board assembled with our foil here. We have our jet unit. We have our two batteries. We have our jet unit plug and a Torx wrench. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you get your batteries is charge them up. They don't come pre-charged. They come in kind of a storage mode, if you will. So you'll want to plug them into the charger and charge them. They charge individually. The kit comes with one charger, so you're going to have to charge one battery, unplug it, plug in the second battery, charge it. They don't need to be both at the same exact level, but I would suggest charging both batteries at least 50% before hitting the water. I know we're all in a hurry, but try to get at least 50%. I think you'll have the best time out there on the water and not have to worry as much about running out of battery or losing juice once you drop down to one battery. If you just charge one all the way and the other one's kind of dead, that's not going to be as good. You'd be better at 50% so you can get maximum thrust and then maybe a little less runtime, obviously, because they're not 100% charged, but that's that. So to snap them together, you take the channels here and the male end there, slot them together until you hear them snap together. They should be nice and level, smooth. That's a complete battery unit. So we got two pieces, complete battery, and now we're going to slide this into our carbon fiber jet tube here. You'll see the angles line up, and you're going to want to put this guy in with the male end, not the female end, but the male end here of the battery. Hold it level, slide it in a little bit, give it a little push, you'll feel it seat in. You'll hear the beep, that's indicating that you've lodged the battery and it's on. And then we're going to put our stopper plug in here. Just make sure that's nice and snug in there. You'll hear those two snaps from each side. You can visually see the locking mechanism in place there. So this is ready to install into our board when we want to do that. Slide her in, make sure the board's nice and level so it doesn't slam into there or fall out. We're just going to push it there until you feel the screw hit. Now we're going to take our Torx, tighten this one bolt here. Very easy. And this is going to seat the jet drive into the slot where it's supposed to be. Don't need to reef on this with gorilla arms. Just get it snug, and until you see the orange indicator on the screw disappear, you don't need to reef on it, don't strip it. Just needs to be snug into there. It's just holding the battery in there. It's really not creating any stiffness. It doesn't need to jam into there too hard. So now we have our board complete. We're ready to ride. On the opposite side of my board here, as I'll show you, I do have my launch pad pre-installed. Really no reason to take that out unless you need to charge it. It's always there, ready to go. The O-ring is in position. So we're ready to rock. I've got all my settings set, straight factory settings for prone, wing, downwind, and then we also have some special additional profiles to set custom for whatever you might want to do, whether that's light wind winging profile, or you have a special one for flat water starts or dock starts, or however you want to use this board is pretty epic. You know, you're allowed to use those additional profiles in addition to modifying and customizing the existing profiles. And then if you find you kind of screwed it up, went nuts, you can always revert back to default with the easy click of that button as well to get you going. So that's it. That's how it goes. That's the assembly. Now, you think you'd be ready to go ride, but unfortunately you are wrong. I fell into this trap myself my first session, got it in the mail, super amped, pun intended, and went to the beach, went to go ride. I got all my stuff rigged, ready to roll, and turned it on, and it tells me, hey, you got to update your launch pad, you have to update your jet drive. So unfortunately, I had to drive back out, find signal, and download the app, register the product, update the hardware, desynchronize the jet drive and the launch pad from my phone, and then I was ready to ride. So that was a bit frustrating. So when you get your item, know first, stop, download the app, register it, update your firmware so that you get all the latest up-to-date stuff, and then that way the board will actually ride. Because this board does connect GPS, it does have over-the-air live updates that prompt you to make those updates. So if you don't, you will not be able to ride, and you'll be extra frustrated like I was. So hopefully that saves everybody else some time, some frustration, and you'll be out there on the water. We have been trying to update the boards before shipping here in house just to help everybody out, but that's not a promise that we're going to be doing that forever. And sometimes updates happen in the midst of that where they might have already been updated, but then they came out with a new one, made it a little better, and now we don't have that. So that's that. Hopefully y'all get out there, have some fun. I've been really stoked on this setup. This thing is really opening up a new world of possibilities and one board quiver kind of mentality for me. So follow up with more videos for specifics on that, full reviews and settings, all that, how we're liking to ride these. Take care.